Bonus points if you know where that song is from. Thank you, Flora. Hey crew, welcome back to the Spiritual Social. I'm Lexi, your local lightworker. I'm so happy to be here with you today. Happy summer solstice. I am filming this with the energy of the current summer solstice in the northern part of the globe where I find myself at. You could be stumbling upon this reading further along in the future, maybe in the dead of winter. In which case, I do hope that you will be flooded with the light and love and just general sense of optimism that I am infusing this energy with. I just thought, since it is the summer solstice and I am a light worker, I'd bring a lot of light into your life at the moment, a lot of inspiration, and just celebrating you, celebrating your wonderful uniqueness, which is what I'm all about and what this channel is all about. So I thought of creating a pretty strange, different and unique reading, which is inspired by not only the summer solstice, but also the current transit of Uranus, the planet of higher awareness and spontaneous bursts of knowledge, in the sign of Taurus, the sign that deals with earthy sensuality and with the energy of our five senses. So I'm going to do my best today to try to find out what is your signature sense and how it can help you reach higher states of awareness. So I have here 4 options for you today. I pre-shuffled the cards so we can just dive straight into your messages. This is a combination of tarot and oracle cards that I have here, and I can't wait to read them for you. But first, let me introduce to you the options. So we have here for group 1, abundantly aroused. For group 2, we have solemnly sweet. For group 3, we have masterfully magic. And for group 4, we have beautifully bold. And I'm really happy to be creating these messages for you. I'm also incredibly excited to see how my family is growing. Thank you so much, beautiful souls, for deciding to be part of my light crew. And without further ado, I don't want to keep you too long. I know you guys are excited as I am to find out what is your signature sense. Let's move on to your reading. Hey group 1, welcome. This is going to be your reading on what is your signature sense. God bless. I'm so happy that you are here. So this is for those of you that were drawn to the abundantly aroused pile, description, words, I don't know. You make of it what you want. I'm just a messenger. So let's find out. Oh, some of you could be Mercurians, either strongly affected by this Mercury retrograde, or you could have a lot of planets in Virgo or Gemini in your chart. Let's find out what the cards that you were dealt. So let's see. The Tower, earthy, grounded, Mars energy. The Star, Aquarius energy. I'm so happy to see the Uranus and Taurus energy already at play in your group. Higher mind, water. She who questions, Amalie, and the keywords are curiosity, destiny, and search. So I can already see the flowers there, which kind of makes me feel the sense of smell might be prominent for your group. But let's see. Manifesting and doing. You guys are highly mental, highly rational. You love to think about things, visualize them, and then set out to achieve that vision into reality. We also have here solitude, the desert. This is my stoic group. Hey, what's up? Yeah, so you guys are preferring your quiet time. You like to be alone. You find solitude deeply comforting. You can be yourself when you are by yourself. In nature, connect with nature. Very sensitive, empathetic people, in tune with animal spirits. We see here the horse, the rabbit, and the owl. We also have here compassion, beautiful empaths, earth angels, and light workers. This is your group. Okay. So we also have here the banana. Banana is a very flavorsome fruit. So there is, again, something here about either taste or fragrance, scent. And talk about fragrance, orange energy. Wow, gorgeous, gorgeous energy for you guys. So I see here a combination of sound, smell, Yeah, there is. I'm really tempted to say that your signature scent or sense is the sense of smell, fragrances, something that kind of sets you back, transports you. I feel that this can work in both ways. So, for example, you could walk down the street and smell something pretty nasty, and all of a sudden it really creates a certain physiological reaction in your body, like you might want to regurgitate or throw up, you know, if you smell like sewage waters, for example, or like maybe some dog poo or something like that. I don't know, I'm just thinking of really nasty smells that you can encounter as you're just taking a walk in your neighborhood. Maybe even garbage bins that have been opened, you know. There is a feeling here that you're highly sensitive with your sense of smell. So your nose is quintessential in how you achieve higher states of awareness and how your body is linked to your environment. Because you can imagine if you're participating in your environment and all of a sudden you receive a bad smell, a whiff of something, and all of a sudden you have a physiological reaction, that means that you are linked to your environment through your nose. It's also, you know what they say, that you can sniff people's negative intentions. You can tell when people are lying to you. You can tell when people are phony or they're trying to kind of sell you things that are overpriced or get you into all sorts of Ponzi schemes. So I feel that the sense of smell is strongly important for you guys in helping you navigate reality. I also think that with beautiful smells, you can manifest wonderful things into your reality. So you might actually choose your perfumes very carefully. I feel that some of you could have certain sensitivities. You might have allergies. So instead of buying mass-produced perfumes, you prefer to just create your own essential oil perfumes or natural herb infused perfumes, or you might even just wear some drops of essential oils diluted in a carrier oil. Never put essential oils directly on your skin, guys. You always need to dilute them, okay? Just as a side note. So I feel that you might even just wear ylang ylang essence, or maybe patchouli or sandalwood, something really earthy, sensual, something that makes you smell in a very discreet yet powerful way, long-lasting way. So I am getting a sense that you guys have a zest for life, as you can see here with the orange. You are very confident in your manifestation abilities, and even if there are moments when your manifestation abilities might dwindle, such as during a retrograde period, you always come back to square one, to that inner sense of, yeah, I'm able to manifest whatever it is that I envision it. And primarily this happens through the sense of smell. Another thing that I kind of picked up on, and I need to say it before it kind of swoops away, you are transported back to previous memories in your life through the sense of smell. I have a feeling that you guys love to spend a lot of time alone in still and quiet places, because you are highly sensitive to these smells. So you don't like to come into contact with people that you don't know, with people that might smell a bit bad or sweaty, or maybe, I think that for some of you, you're so sensitive that even a person's skin smell might repel you, like you're able to pick up on that. I'm reminded here of the energy of Patrick Süskind's novel, The Perfume. You might really want to read that novel. It is about a person that cannot smell his own body, his own skin, and thereby becomes obsessed with smelling other people. And yeah, well, I won't tell you what happens or how the plot thickens towards the end, but it's a fascinating novel about the senses. So I am getting a sense here that you prefer natural smells, natural environments. I feel that anything too artificial tends to throw you off a little bit. This is my Moon in Libra pile. So the majority of you that will make this choice are Moon in Libras, ultra sensitive. You are the elegant aestheticians of the zodiac, right? Aestheticians, aesthetes, I think. So the ones that are into aesthetical, beautiful things. If only I can speak today, right, guys? So you take in beauty not only through your eyes, but you also love beautiful words and especially beautiful smells. I feel that the first thing that impresses you when you meet a person could be their physical look obviously we all tend to focus on that, but you go one level deeper. So you're actually really focused on how that person's smell kind of impacts you. And I feel that, you know how sometimes how people's bodies smell tell us a lot about their diets or their health levels. So if a person's body smells weird, it could be due to a number of factors. Increased stress and anxiety makes your body sweat more, so you smell more stinky, especially if that sweat comes into contact with bacteria. Because guys, you should know that sweat is not necessarily something nasty. It is the bacteria on our bodies that make our sweat smell nasty, right? So the bacteria that we have on our clothes, or as we come into contact with all sorts of other antibodies and, you know, bacteria in the environment outside. So there is a feeling here that you can pick up on a person's health levels, on a person's sincerity levels, on a person's kind of also equal sensitivity towards you. So I feel that when you meet a person that potentially might also have this influence of a moon in Libra, or if you don't have a moon in Libra, you could have a moon conjunct Venus, a moon in Jupiter. Jupiter tends to enhance the unconscious realm, and the moon is the unconscious realm, the realm of the senses as well, of the body and emotions. So you could also come into contact with another person that is as sensitive as you, and you're gonna smell that, you know, because they will be very careful about their bodily smell and very aware of it, and you're gonna pick up on that, and you might be like, I like how this person smells. I can tell that they take very good care of themselves, you know? So it's really important for you, I think, as well, when you become intimate with someone as well, that they smell good. And I feel that if you didn't resonate with the moon in Libra part, you could be a sun in Taurus. Sun in Taurus people, from my experience, or people with a lot of Venusian or Taurian energy in their chart, can even end up breaking up with someone who smells badly, okay? So they are that sensitive to having a partner that fits with them on this deeply biological, natural level. It's like, if I don't like your body smell, if I don't like the smell of your natural fluids, you know, when I'm making love with you or when I'm kissing you, then this is not gonna last, you know? That's kind of the mentality, and there's nothing wrong with that, you know? It's good for us to know what we like and what we want, and to be able to search that, you know. The only thing is that we should, you know, let people go in very polite and considerate ways rather than just cut them off. Anyway, small parenthesis closed. You're not here for a relationship reading, you are here for your signature sense. And I can see here very strongly that there is an energy here of you kind of experiencing even like very strong physical reactions to how people smell, how you smell, through smells transporting you throughout time, through a period in your life where maybe you liked the smell of the rain, or the smell of your mother's body as she was suckling you, or maybe the smell of your father as he was coming home from work, or the smell of the paper on which you are writing in school, maybe the smell of your friend's, I don't know, purse or toys, or I'm getting a sense that smell really transports you back to a certain specific point in time, and you are able to time travel in this way through the uses of your nose. I'm also reminded of Sabrina the Witch, the show that was running in the 1960s, I think, and there was a remake, there was a movie made with Nicole Kidman, and you know, she always like had this tinkling of her nose, and I think her daughter also had that nose tinkle that she adopted from her, and that was usually every time when she was maybe casting a spell. But I think in this case, this applies to you, that your nose can intuitively guide you towards someone or repel you away from someone that might not be good for you. So always rely on your nose. It helps you manifest. Yeah, so you might think, how is that possible? How can my nose help me manifest? Well, through this intuitive guidance, it's giving you clues as to what you should approach or distance yourself from your environment. It gives you you clues as to another person's level of health or sexual attraction. I feel that you are really sensitive to the pheromones that another person's body can exude, right? So again, you might actually get aroused by the smell of another person's skin. So it's not just repelled by that person's skin, yeah? There is a very strong way in which you communicate in this lifetime, in this physical incarnation, through the sense of smell, okay? So this is what I had for you, group 1. I really hope you have enjoyed this off the beaten track reading. Let me know if you're interested in me creating more of these kind of kooky readings. Thank you so much for listening. I'm really happy that you're part of my growing family. Comment down below as well. Share this video with your friends, and you know, maybe they might have a good time finding out something interesting about themselves through the laws of serendipity. And I really hope to see you in my next one. I'm sending you so much light, guys. Mwah! Bye. Hey group 2, I'm so happy to have you here. Welcome to your reading. This reading is going to be on the topic of your signature sense. So we're going to try to find out which of the 5 senses can bring you to higher states of deeper awareness, can help you on your spiritual journey. So this is for those of you that were drawn to the solemnly sweet words. Let's find out your cards. So we have here Strength, the 6 of Swords. So already I can pick up on something quite interesting here. We have here Perpetua, she who aches, sadness, solitude, silent, and withdraw. External validation, connection, the biome. Forgiveness, compassion, and kindness. Divination, chives. And we also have here réussite, which is accomplishment. So we have here 2 cats, right? And I am tempted to say that 2 felines have a very well-developed sense of smell. But in this case, it's not the sense of smell that I think defines you, but it is the sense of sound. And hear me out, this is why I believe that this is so important. So these 2 felines are hunters, and in order to be able to hunt in the dark, they need to have a very good sense of hearing as well as smelling. They cannot rely on their eyes, mostly because cats normally tend to sleep all day and hunt at night when the prey is most vulnerable. So with this big feline energy here, I am drawn to say that you are mostly guided in this incarnation, in this lifetime, here on the physical plane right now, by your sound, your sense of sound. So your acoustics, if you want to call it like that. Your ears are really important in how you connect to the environment. I can see here as well with the 6 of Swords, because normally I wouldn't have just chosen this card because I can see the headphones there, which clearly speak about a sensitivity to sound. But the 6 of Swords is also the element of air, the element of the intellectual realm. Words are really important to you. They are important in how you create connections, but also in how you heal them. So I think that this is the pile that has the most air placements. I have a feeling that you guys could be either Geminis, Libras, or Aquarius energies. Usually people who watch YouTube or who are on the internet tend to be of those 3 signs. Those are the communicative, progressive, technology forward kind of signs. And I don't know why I pronounce communicative so weird. We're still in the final days of this Mercury retrograde, guys, so bear with me a little bit, okay? There is a feeling here that with the connection with the biome, you could have like this very enhanced sense of sound. It's like you carry a Dolby surround system within yourself. There is a feeling that you can actually hear, even in a very noisy marketplace, you can hear different levels of sound. You can even have that kind of sensitivity to sounds and to hearing weird things that animals sometimes have. You know how they pick up on different hertz frequencies that the human ear wouldn't normally be able to hear it? So I'm getting a very strong sense here that you could be clairaudient, yeah? So there is a feeling here that you are able to hear things even before they happen, or when you are in a conglomeration of a lot of dissonant sounds, a lot of like, almost like I'm getting a jazz-like environment where there is a lot of disharmony in the way in which sounds are created. So some people are talking, there's some music playing in the background, other people are shouting, there are a lot of like steps being heard, a lot of things come together, you know. You are able to separately hear each and every one of them, and this is what gives you this special enhanced capacity that is your signature sense, your capacity to hear beyond what other people might just take for granted, your capacity to, even in moments of stillness, I guess, you are able to not hear only the sounds in your environment, but you're able to hear things that might just happen. So you can preempt the sound even before it happens. Like, for example, let's say it's nighttime and it's very quiet around you, you're awake, you're maybe working on your computer on something, and all of a sudden you hear a crack, but it hasn't actually manifested in your reality, and 2 seconds afterwards you generally hear a branch outside of the window of your room cracking. So this is the kind of clairaudient capacity that I see you guys have here. Your sense of sound is really enhanced. It gets you to feel things even before they happened. It gets you to be able to kind of foretell certain things. I think that it also gives you clues about whether a person's intonation is honest or dishonest. So you know how people sometimes when they speak, they finish their sentences either on a high note or on a low note. That is usually considered in psychology to represent something. And I have a feeling that you are able to actually get to the bottom of what that represents. So your intuition is enhanced through the sense of sound, right? I feel that very often you really need to cut off this external validation, and you're able to just you're able to tell people, no, not now, I need to focus, I need to concentrate, to really listen to my inner voice, because the sense of sound and hearing that is very developed in your case is able to help you not only preempt things or pick up things in your environment, you know, if the fullness of the auditory system, but it's helping you tune into yourself, hear that deep inner voice of intuition, that voice that is constantly communicating to you, giving you insights, giving you clues as to what you could do next, what are you feeling, what are you thinking. And in this way, by tuning into that deep inner knowing, that inner voice inside of you, this is how you reach higher levels of awareness. But it might be a struggle for you, I can see it very clearly here, to tune out other people's opinions and just the noise, you know, just the static noise that is always in the background. Because whether we like it or not, guys, we cannot be in an environment that is completely contained with no sounds unless that is artificially made. So potentially a recording room in a studio that has been completely sealed off. But in reality, in their environment, even when there is stillness, there are still sounds that can potentially interfere and come up, because our planet is moving, whether we like it or not, right? So even when we are still and it's incredibly quiet, maybe like in those very peaceful hours between 3 and 4 a.m. in the morning, when usually it is incredibly quiet outside and human activity ceases, even in those moments, you can still hear some birds chirping, or you can still hear things cracking and things in the house moving, because our planet is slowly rotating, right? So there is this feeling that you're able to pick up on that rotation sometimes. You're able to pick up on these very fine things. I do think that some of you could be working in the music industry, or you could be a musician or training yourself to become a musician, because you are able to somehow pick up on these gorgeous sounds and the differences between the tone right? And the frequency potentially. I'm not very well versed in the many technicalities of music, but I'm just using here what I know from my general knowledge of this subject to try to paint a more specific picture for those of you that strongly resonate with this image or with this message as well. I said image because I was looking at this, so my brain betrayed me for a second. It made the connection between my eyes much quicker than what I was already speaking. So there is a sense here that you guys are able to hear beyond the veil as well, because we do have divination. And what is the astrological sign? It is Virgo. Yeah, we have Virgo here. So I see the astrological signs of Virgo and Leo. It could be Scorpio as well. I see the panther as a very strong scorpionic animal spirit. But there is a feeling here that you guys are able to hear beyond the veil. You might be able to channel things from the ether. You could be strongly connected to angelic guides. You could be coming in touch with ancestral knowledge. You could be hearing your ancestors speaking to you. You could even sometimes feel animals speaking to you. And especially I think those that chose this group have an affinity for cats, for felines, for big cats, small cats, domesticated cats, feral cats. There is a feeling here that you're able to tune into that gorgeous goddess-like energy of Bast, the Egyptian god that had, for example, the head of a cat. So there is an energy here that there is something really magic about you, and you're able to connect so deeply with this outer realm through the sound that you are hearing, through the signature sense that you have, the hearing one. So yeah, for a second I was like, there was a glitch, you know. I think that you're able to, with your wonderful capacity to hear things in your environment, within yourself, beyond the veil, so on many different planes and levels, right? You're able to pick up on all of these different sounds. I feel that you're able to put together an image of something that was previously not created before. So that's why you guys are very good at maybe creating new music, maybe creating a symphony. You're good at filling in missing pieces in potentially an investigation or a research project. You are also very good, it was 11:11 when I looked at the time. You are also very good, because I'm drawn to the fact that chives, you know, this is a very strong smelling plant. So there is a feeling here that, you know, how our eyes, our ears and our nose are connected, right? We have, for example, in my country, we have doctors that take care of these three things. So that's a specific specialty in medicine because of the fact that they are so strongly connected. So I feel that your acute sense of hearing, your sensitivity to sounds is also strongly linked to your capacity to smell things, because I was picking this up in at the beginning when I was when I just saw these cards. That was the first intuitive hit, and I want to come back to that because I don't want to just ignore it. But I do want to differentiate between your reading and group one's reading that was strongly focused on the sense of smell. Maybe you might choose both of them. I think that some of you are indecisive and you might choose both of them, and that's the energy that I'm reading now, the overlapping one. But I'm getting a very, very strong sense here, guys, that you are ultra sensitive. You see how she's just tuning in and listening, right? How she's able to create this connection with the stag at nighttime again. So I was saying about the sensitivity that is enhanced in your case at nighttime, but it's kind of like she's putting the ear next to the stag, and the stag is almost like either wanting to lick her face or kind of like maybe making some sounds that she's interpreting as a form of communication. So I feel that you guys are wonderful animal whisperers, spirit whisperers. You're able to decode these many different levels of communication, and I got goosebumps when I said this, which means that, hey, this might be very close to the truth. This would resonate very deeply with some of you. We're connecting, you know, energetically through this video. I also see here another significant synchronicity, which is number 44. So I feel that when you guys when you guys work at developing your sense of hearing, because some of you are just waking up to this realization, others of you are more advanced. You know, I'm reading here for the vast collective, okay? So keep that in mind. But I have a feeling for those of you that are just at the beginning of this journey, being outside in nature and just standing still, maybe next to a creek, maybe in a forest, maybe next to some bushes in a park if you don't have a forest at hand, this, and just closing your eyes and focusing just on your hearing, it will be able to help you tune into something that you previously were not able to tune into, just with the sense of your eyesight. Yeah. So wow, I think you guys, you're very special. Obviously, we're all quite special in our unique different ways, but you're very sensitive from the point of view of hearing. And sometimes you guys might even sleep with your earplugs on because, you know, you're too sensitive to the sounds around you, even in perfect stillness, you know. Wonderful, guys. Yeah, I can see here with Virgos usually like to be well insulated when they go to bed. You know, they might have an eye mask on and they might have some earplugs in so that they can tune out all sorts of things. Some of you also, because you're so sensitive, you might fall asleep with binaural beats, you know, you might fall asleep with hypnotic music. There is very strong sensitivity here in your group. Yeah, so that's what I had for you guys. I really hope you've enjoyed this cookie reading. Let me know down in the comments if it resonated in any way. Like and share this video with your friends, with people that might enjoy it. Who knows, maybe you're making their day, maybe they're finding out something unique about their own abilities. And also subscribe, okay? Include yourself in my family. I love to see my channel grow, and every time we reach a milestone, I post a giveaway video. So I hope to see you in my next one, my loves. Take care. Hey group 3. Hey guys, I'm so happy to have you here. God bless. It's such a beautiful day. It's the summer solstice. Happy summer solstice. So this is your reading on what is your signature sense. I'm gonna dive deep into this today, so stick around. We have here the Masterfully Magic group. Let's find out what cards you are dealt with. So we have here 3 of Emotions, Mother, Maiden, Crone, Hecate, Artemis, Diana. So we have here the 5 of Pentacles, low self-esteem, she who unfolds, étreinte, or yeah, oui, étreinte. Yeah, we have here swathe, embrace, self-care, raw intention, sacral chakra energy, Muladhara. We also have here completion, west, go west. There was a song in the 80s that was very popular by the Pet Shop Boys, if I'm not mistaken. We also have here opportunity, expand your horizons. Some of you might need to travel to the western part of the world in order to expand, to grow, to study, to learn, to fall in love. We have here as well happiness, marjoram. So I can see here the sign of Gemini strongly represented, and communication. Talk about Gemini energy, yeah? This beautiful owl, I love its beady eyes. It's like, I'm watching you, I'm watching you. So guess what? What's your signature senses? Eyesight. You guys are my clairvoyant group. For a second I was like, what is that word? You know, what is that fancy word? Clairvoyant. So you're able to see very beautifully. Now here's the thing, I have a feeling that for some of you this eyesight had to improve. You might have needed to go through eyesight surgery. You might have been born with some sort of eyesight defect, maybe nearsightedness, maybe farsightedness, maybe daltonism, so you're not able to distinguish certain colors. Maybe you might have some sort of like, you know, something blocking your vision, potentially some mild cataract, or there is something there that is blocking your vision, blocking your eyesight. Some of you could have been cross-eyed. I was cross-eyed when I was a baby, so I had to wear corrective glasses for a number of years. So there is a feeling here that, yeah, you needed to work towards increasing your vision. It was not granted for the majority of you. And guess what? You worked so well on it that now you are able to see even beyond what you're able to pick up only biologically through the use of your eyes as a tool that you can use to interpret cues from your environment. You're also able to see beyond the veil. Yeah, so You're able to pick up messages. You're able to spot details that other people are not paying attention to. I also think that this is my group that dabbles in magic, so you could be my witches. The majority of the people that sign up to my channel are dabbling in the occult, which doesn't surprise me at all. Hey, love you guys. Thank you for being here. But I think you especially, you might even be earning your living out of this, out of the practice of the occult, because you are so intuitive and because you're so able to pick up on cues, you know, notice things that other people are not noticing, and you're able to actually put them into words, make the obvious even strongly emphasized. Yeah, that's why you guys are my masterfully magic pile. Yeah. But there is a feeling here that in order for you to be able to see very clearly with your eyes, but also with your intuition, with your inner guidance, you need to take a lot of good care of yourself. So you might need, for example, to maybe change your diet, for example, eat foods that are really helping you, helping maintain the health of your eyes, such as maybe a lot of carrots, right? Carotene and beta carotene is really helping us see better. You could also you might need to sleep a lot, you know, you might need to rest a lot, because I am getting this faint sense of, yeah, being a little bit drained, being a little bit tired. I have a feeling that for those of you that resonated with a cross-sighted message, this happens to me as well when I'm too tired or when I've overexerted the muscle in my eye. Sometimes the condition comes back, you know, so you might need to set appropriate boundaries in your work in order to take good care of yourself and to rise out of this mentality of I am not enough, I'm not perfect, I'm not good, you know, there's something wrong with me, why am I so weird? Well, you're not weird, my love, you are enhanced. Yeah, that's the thing, you are enhanced. You have this wonderful capacity to see things in your environment that other people don't pay attention to notice details, and you've had to work your way towards this. For some of you, it was naturally given. I feel that from the beginning, you had very good eyesight. I'm getting a sense that a lot of you have a soft spot for people that wear glasses, or you could be wearing really beautiful glasses yourself. You might have thought, well, if I'm at it for life, why not make it look very good as well, right? So some of you could be eye doctors. You could be actually working in this field. So because of your fascination with eyes, I feel that, you know, eyes sometimes resemble planets. If you look at the planets in our solar system, and if you look at their color, you can find the same colors in the eyes of certain people that, you know, you encounter in your life. It's a really beautiful exercise. Try to have a look at that. It's fascinating. So with the ground chakra energy, this is about stability. It's about anchoring deep into this earth. So very strong feeling here that you guys could have this fantastically beautiful eyes. So they might look beautiful and they might be very attractive. Not only the fact that you had to work at improving them for some of you out there, or that you're wearing beautiful glasses that kind of put a spin and a twist in your style and make you look very unique. So I need to read for the vast collective, guys. So a lot of messages are coming through. Bear with me as well. I do hope that this resonates for the majority of you. We do have here with the West an opportunity. This is a little bit thick. Give me a second, because I'm trying to understand what these cards are trying to tell me from the point of view of your eyesight. Yeah, wow. I mean, you guys have such a great capacity to focus. It's like 20/20 vision, you know. There is a feeling here that you are, let's say, even though you might be visually challenged in some way and you had to wear glasses or undergo laser eye surgery or things like that, there is a feeling here that as a personality, you are this kind of individual that is able to focus very strongly on something. You know, you have this very almost like plutonic or scorpionic way of just focusing on one thing and one thing only until it is completed. And this is the thing, you might sometimes forego your physical needs in order to complete something. So let's say you have to write your master thesis, you lock yourself in the house for 1 week, and you know, you have this very stoic regime where you only eat once or twice a day and you only take breaks for 5 minutes or something like that, and then you go back and you continue to focus and you complete your master thesis, you know, something like that. Or you have to work at detailing something, decorating, creating some sort of artistic or maybe cartoon panel, or maybe a church panel, maybe you're painting something, and you really spend a lot of time crafting that. Some of you could be creating your own jewelry, or you could be creating your own candles and spiritual provisions. You could be working with your hands, because we did have here Gemini energy, the hands, right? So communicating through your body, communicating through your eyes. I feel like this is my group that, yeah, I mean, there could be a very strong Pisces, Scorpio energy here as well, Cancer as well. I do see it here. The 3 water signs are strongly represented. So you communicate a lot with your eyes. See, you are able to focus on something or detach from something with how you use your eyes. Some of you could be like expressing your feelings very strongly through your eyes. You don't even have to speak. You just go like, you know, or you go like, or you shoot somebody a really cold stare, like something like that. So you don't even need to put things into words. You just all of a sudden become silent, and people look at you and they understand what they need to do to correct their behavior based on what you were communicating to them. It can also be used in a very loving way. So you could be like incredibly like mesmerized by the beauty of your partner and communicate to them, maybe as you're kissing them, how much you love them, or just by looking at them. You know, you can't take your eyes off of your object of affection. There is a very strong feeling here that you guys could be very careful drivers. I don't know why this popped up. You could really want to pay attention when you're driving, or this could be a sign that you should pay more attention when you're driving. I feel that this capacity to see beyond the veil as well is enhanced on full moon nights. Yeah. So there's a very strong feeling here, yeah, strong communication through your eyes. And even if you are people that need to work with your hands for your living, your eyes and your hands are very important. Some of you could be sportsmen and you have that very wonderful hand-eye coordination that helps you catch things, and you know, that helps you have this wonderful reflex to grab things and to not drop them, you know. So it's a very beautiful energy that I'm getting here. Some of you could be born in the year of the rabbit, the Chinese year of the rabbit. Yeah. Wow. Very gorgeous eyesight. Oh, what I wanted to say as well is that you guys can transport yourself into some place just by your eyes. So for example, you might walk into an art gallery and you might see a painting, and just by staring intently at that painting, you're able to transport yourself in that particular time. You can do the same thing with movies or with old photographs, or even with desktop images or commercial images. You know, any image that has been captured and framed, you are able just with your eyesight to transport yourself into that environment. So your eyes have a very strong connection to your heart energy, to your empathetic center, and you're able to kind of feel what another person might be feeling just by looking at them. Another thing that I wanted to say, it came earlier, but for a moment I got distracted because another message came through, is that you guys, very strongly represented here, you might need to avert your eyesight in order not to spark connections. You're able to just look at things and people all of a sudden come towards you and talk to you, or you're you know, people pick you up from a crowd if you look at them, you know. For example, you might be out at an event and somebody from a stage wants to come down and talk to a member of the public, and if you look at that person with the microphone, they might choose you. So you have learned from a very young age how not to spark conversations or connections with strangers when you don't want them to, by not making eye contact, because your eye contact can be really powerful. You can really easily cast the spell spell on a person just by looking at them, okay? I'm looking at you, my Scorpio group, my moon in Scorpios, ascendant in Scorpios, Pluto in the first house, okay? So you have a very strong magnetic way of manipulating the electromagnetic field that your body is emitting, or what spiritual people call the aura, right? You're able to project your aura onto other people. You're able to project your intentions and your affirmations just with your eyesight. So use it wisely, my friend. I also feel that when you are asleep and there is that rapid eye movement that happens when we are in our sleep cycle, you are able as well to heal yourself. You know how people store a lot of the trauma through their eyes or through their eye movements. This has been shown in post-traumatic stress disorders, for example, are usually healed through a form of eyesight therapy, where there are flashes of light that are being projected onto your retina in order to bring up those painful memories so that they can come to the awareness, you can acknowledge them, and then you can actually release them. And I feel that this happens to you guys as well. I feel like a lot of you, so you're able to heal yourself during sleep. You're able to connect with past life memories as you are sleeping. If flashes of light, like stroboscopic lights, flicker in the environment, they can really trigger something deep within you. I don't think that this is a case of triggering epilepsy, for example, or some sort of head injuries. That could be the case as well, but I think this is more like triggering something spiritual within you, like a memory or an emotion or something that's locked deep within your DNA, within the memory of your body, pre-memorial time, so pre the time that you could actually remember things. So maybe before the age of 2 or 3 years old, or deeply into your ancestral past. I really hope this makes sense, guys. I'm really trying to kind of give you the complete, the holistic kind of environment I'm picking up with these cards, and through my intuition regarding your fantastic clairvision sight. So your capacity to sometimes even see things before they happen, your capacity to visualize things, and then it's kind of like you set out the manifestation and it starts manifesting in your reality. This is my Mars and Pisces group as well. You guys are able to dream things into being, and then you take proactive steps towards this dream accomplishing itself, becoming reality, becoming something that you can touch and feel. So there is a very, very strong energy here of you're also able to bring people a lot of happiness with your eyes. You're able to look at someone and you don't even have to say it, but you can just tell them, like, you know, like, and that means that you love them, you know, or that you hold them in high regard. I feel that you're also able to communicate with children very beautifully. Very, like, there is a shamanistic quality about your eyes. You're able to heal people with your eyes, but strongly communicate with them. Very, very, this is the main message I think here. You're also able to make people feel very safe through your eyes. So that's what I had for you, my Masterfully Magic group. I'm so happy that maybe you enjoyed this reading. I don't know why I felt the need to say that. I think a lot of you will enjoy this reading. I was also drawn to this card. It kind of stayed a little bit in my unconscious, the happiness card. So I'm really happy I was able to create this reading for you. Please like, comment down below. I'm really curious to see if this resonated. Subscribe, inscribe yourself in my family. Inscribe yourself. It's like you need to sign the guest book, I guess. Anyway, guys, this it's been a little bit of an emotional reading, so I need some time to kind of process this energy, but feel free to tune back in for my next PickACard reading. I really hope you're enjoying the energy on this channel. I'm loving the fact that our family is growing, and every time when we reach a milestone, I put out a giveaway reading, so I'm looking forward to that one next. Mwah! I'm sending you so much light. Bye. Hey group 4, hello my loves, I'm so happy to have you here. Welcome to What is Your Signature Sense? We're going to find out what or whom or what or woo weird energy, but we're going to find out in this reading today. All jokes aside, what is your signature sense? What sense is helping you develop on your spiritual journey? And maybe helping you reach higher states of awareness based on the current transit of Uranus and Taurus. This was a really weird introduction. I hope you guys are okay. So we have here the beautiful bold pile. Let's find out what cards you were dealt with. The moon. With the cards you were dealt. What's happening here? This could be the pile that is not speaking English as their first language. Let's find out. Ace of Wands, or you guys might be having some throat chakra blockages. I'm picking up on a lot of very weird energy. She Who Remains, Manatli. The keywords are powerful, devotion, true worth. Yeah, yes, queen. Getting back on track. So, wow, you are living poetry. That is the sacred creator message. Wow. So yeah, you guys are really intuitive, very action prone. I think that you guys like to, you know, act first and then think later. We also have here silence, snow. Yeah, your silence says it all. Your silence communicates more to people than your words do. Connection, we are all connected. And we have here Gemini and Libra and Aquarius markings on her body. Interesting, because we had this for group 2, so you might choose this group and group 2. We also have here as well, again, Gemini and Libra, leadership. So air signs figure prominently in this reading today. We have here broccoli, leadership. Yeah. It's strange that a broccoli, one of the fattest vegetables around, is actually considered to be in this leadership role. But maybe that's the thing. Maybe you guys come across as very normal, but you are actually incredibly talented. So let's find out. We have here rétablissement. So you're balancing things out. You're equally keeping them on the surface. Give me a second with this energy. This is really interesting. So I'm seeing here that your signature sense is your capacity to touch. And let me tell you why. So first of all, I can see very clearly here with the way she's holding her leg that there is a sense of exercising control over your environment, over your body, through how you touch, through how you grab, through how you hold things. Not only that, but we have Gemini energy very strongly represented here. And Gemini is about the hands, right? So there is this feeling of holding, containing things. There is also this energy that I picked up earlier with the Ace of Wands. So this is fire energy, activity, taking action, jumping headfirst into things, being a little bit impulsive, appreciating risk and recklessness. At the same time, this card came close to the moon, and the moon is about creating this nurturing, holding space. It's about prioritizing feelings, bodily reactions, your intuition over your logic, over your capacity to express yourself. So there is a feeling here that you guys are very, you could be the strong and silent type, or just the type that just likes to feel and do things rather than think too much about them or talk too much about them. Your words could be very precious. When you use them, they have, you know, they have a high effect. They land very strongly. Maybe the people around you know this about you. I mean, you did choose the beautifully bold group, right? So being bold, being brave is part of your nature, part of your personality. This could be my South Node in Aries group as well, or my Mars in Aries group. Yeah. Very strong blockages to your capacity to communicate or express yourself through your mouth. I could also feel like my jaw clenching for a second, my muscles around my mouth hurting. You guys could have had some sort of mouth injuries or some sort of like jaw injury, or maybe some throat injuries, maybe a tracheotomy. I think that's Catherine Zeta-Jones has this as well. So maybe there was something there, a blockage, you know, that had to be operated to help you breathe better. There is a feeling here that you are also incredibly good at keeping things in motion in your life, because you're not so blocked by the activity of the frontal lobe, which tends to get us into overthinking things, right? Planning too much. And it's usually suppressing our desires, and it's the center that also suppresses our capacity to act. So if you are very strongly, and I think this is how you attract people, because I just received a message for a moment that distracted me. So that's how you attract people. You don't go chasing things. You chase your goals. You chase your like what you want to accomplish. You feel a thing, you feel that you want to travel to a place, that you want to start up your own business, that you are very pulled towards a person, and you go and you do it, you know? And that's what people find so wow. It's like, this person doesn't have all these crazy inhibitions, you know? They're very courageous. They just know what they want and they go and get it, which is admirable, right? Because vast majority of people don't really know exactly what they want, or they like to spend time thinking and planning things, but you don't have that. And I'm sorry, I'm kind of like expelling some gas as well in your reading. Yeah, it's like you feel something and you naturally just express it. And you might express it through how you touch other people. So words can't really do justice to what you're feeling. But if you put your hand on someone, if you touch their face, you know, you can communicate to them that you want them, that you are comforting them. You might be a touchy feeler. So for example, when a person is feeling sad, you might go and you naturally just hug them, you know, or you put your hand on their shoulders and you pat them on the back. Or you might tend to like pat their head, or you tend to ruffle their hairdo as a sign of affection, a sign of comfort. There's a very strong feeling here that you comfort people by undertaking action. And in terms of senses, I would say that the sense of touch, tactile capacity, is the most enhanced one in terms of you know, us being action prone towards affecting another person's body. And I also think that some of you that have chosen this could be quite good at using your hands in the ways in which you communicate with other people. So it could also be that intimately you're very good with using your hands, or it could also be that you might work in a profession such as a Reiki healer, and you are able to heal people just by placing your hand next to them, not even touching them, but just like being very close to them, transmitting energy through your fingertips and your palms. You could be very good at massage, so you could get in there and give like a very good deep tissue massage, and you are able to help people heal their bodies as well. I also feel that some of you could be therapists. So for example, you could be kinetotherapists, I think that's how you call them, people that help put the body parts back into order. You know, if people are suffering from scoliosis or back pains or all sorts of like sport injuries, you get to massage them, or you get to teach people how to do exercises to keep their body fit and somehow aligned, you know, so that their spines are functioning properly. There is a feeling here that people find you super inspiring, okay? So I feel that your capacity to touch other people and them not rejecting that touch, because I think a lot of you are quite successful in touching other people. You know how children are being taught from a young age of the bad touch and how to not allow strangers to touch them. A lot of us that grew up with that kind of mentality are afraid of just people randomly touching them, right? And it's normal for you to be in like a public transport system and to kind of recoil from the touch of a stranger. But I think you are successful in even touching people that you randomly meet, and they feel like a really good energy from you. I think that you're also able to turn people on through your capacity to touch them. So I'm getting very strong, not only Gemini vibes, but also Capricorn energy, because Capricorn energy is incredibly good at using their body, like very pragmatic. They shine at pragmatic, tangible things. And what is more tangible than our body, right? So I feel that you're able to hold people, to transmit that you love them through how you hold them, through how you touch them, through how you potentially communicate with them through your fingers, right? Through your body, through your shoulders, through your face, through your lips, through your eyes, but very strongly how you are able to also comfort them with your body and also maybe pleasure them with your body as well. So people are very inspired by the fact that you are so action prone, and the fact that you tend to pull people in and that you touch them without making them feel uncomfortable or in some way violated, you know, like their physical space has been trespassed by somebody that has weird intentions. That usually happens when people don't know or they're not aware of their tactile energy, but you are aware and you love it and you know how to harness it and you know how to give you know, pleasure to other people through it, how to heal them, how to communicate things with them. So I'm getting a sense that from time to time, like if a person is acting out, all you need to do is go and put your hand on their shoulder or next to them, or maybe your hand on their hand, and they calm down, you know. You guys might be working with children as well, maybe with children that have disabilities or mental health issues, and you're able to calm them just through the power of touch, which is fantastic to have, you know, as a form of extrasensorial capacity, or enhanced natural sense, rather, more like it. There is a feeling here as well that you guys like to clean. You clean the energies. You also might physically clean your environment as well, and you like things neat. You like them round. You like them safe. You like them to be spaces. I have a feeling that you guys bring the spiritual into the material. That's kind of what I'm getting through this capacity to touch other people. You balance things out where there is an excess of maybe sight or speech or sounds or smell. You kind of bring the tactile energy in. I feel like you guys, if you put your hands like this on somebody's chest, you're also able to kind of reanimate them, you know. I feel like maybe you guys could be working in the medical field and you've been trained how to, you know, press somebody's breast cavity in order to help them breathe, you know, or in order to expel some water out of their lungs. You guys are really, really good. You might even be familiar with the God, what was it? The Heimlich maneuver. For a second, I wanted to say Lamaze, but that's in pregnancy. No, I think it was the Heimlich maneuver, the one where you press your arms on somebody's chest and you get them to spit something out if it was blocked in their in their windpipe rather than their speech pipe, right? So there is a feeling here that you guys are very good with bodies in general. You're very comfortable in your body, no matter its size or shape or skin color. You're very comfortable in it, and you're using it as a tool. So not only, you know, caring about how you look or taking care of it from the point of keeping it hygienic, you're also using your body as a tool to communicate with other people, to transmute energy, to heal other people, to give them pleasure. I wanted to say communicate, but I just realized I said it earlier. This Mercury retro, guys, right? But there is something here, there's something incredibly powerful about you and the way that you use your body. You guys could also be dancers. You could be dancers, you could be performers. So you're like emitting this wonderful energy by the way in which you move. Maybe the way in which you move your hips or your shoulders. It's kind of like aligning the chakra energy, and you're transmitting this joy, this light to the world, you know. Yeah, I'm getting a very strong sense that with your enhanced capacity to touch, your tactile abilities, you're transmitting so many powerful messages into your environment, that it's okay for the environment to touch you, to communicate with you in this way, and that when you walk into a specific environment, you're able to change it just by manipulating it in some way, by infusing it with your energy and your hands-on approach to touching other people and changing their energy as well, you know. Touch has a very healing power, and I think that you're able to harness this in such a beautiful way. I also feel that you guys, when you speak, I did mention earlier, but I think that you have a very calm, soothing voice as well. You don't speak that often, you don't speak so loudly, but when you do, it lands, as I said earlier. So there's something like, you might just say something very brief, but whoa, people in your environment are like, what was that? Wow, this person spoke, and it's like, thus spoke Zarathustra, you know, like there is a very, very kind of wise energy about you. You could have been a yogic path practitioner, a yogini in a previous lifetime, or you could be a spiritual leader or master in this lifetime, or training to become one, yeah? Living poetry, encouraging and inspiring others. Wow. This was your reading group 4. Wonderful. It's been a pleasure for me to create this reading for you. I hope you have enjoyed it. Thank you for listening and for being part of my family. Make sure to like this video as well if you enjoy it, and comment down below so that I get some sort of insight whether this resonated or not. And I really hope to see you in my next one. Every time when we reach a milestone in terms of growing as a family here on my channel, wow, I actually pulled this card accidentally. This is the Ocean, Bravery. So another indication of how amazingly brave you are. But every time when we reach a milestone, I put out a giveaway video, okay? So make sure to include yourself in my family, participate. You stand the chance of winning something wonderful and connecting with me on a deeper level. So I'm sending you so much light and so much love, my beautifully bold group, and hope to see you in my next one. Mwah!